Hi, my name is Jeremy Marazano. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I went to Oakland University and I have a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Basically my day-to-day activities, I'm as a manufacturing engineering manager, and what I do is I manage 10 people, 10 engineers to be exact, and it includes engineers that paint stuff, they mold stuff, and they assemble stuff. And we'll get into the actual product line a little later, which is the Wave Runner. So if you can imagine a Yamaha Wave Runner, all the things that go into making one of those. Overall, I work with the engineers as well to make sure they're completing new model activity and current model activity. So I do a lot of leadership now in a management role. Before I was an engineer here, so it's guiding them through the process and making our outputs as strong as possible. So spend a lot of time with that. Basically skills that are really important for my career. For an engineer in general, I would say is a very strong program management skills with a good technical know-how. And what I mean by that is a lot of people will be good in math and science in high school, and their counselors will say, "Oh, you'll be a good engineer," and that might be so on paper. They might, they might get A's in all their maths and A's in all their science classes, but they still have a little trouble turning a wrench. And I think an engineer has to be able to do all three of those things. So when you're considering a career in, I guess, engineering, that's very important. Because you don't want to come down the road and be a little bit, I was never really good at that. Basically, engineers with no practical competency are just going to struggle. So, basically, other things that are really important are the co-op skills, co-ops and internships. For engineers that kind of come right into a job, they're going to struggle. They have got to have some sort of experience, and it doesn't have to be in exactly the job that they are getting in the future, but they need that experience overall, just to kind of get a feel for work environment, business environment, etc. Overall, when I was a student, and how did I pick engineering in general is, I want to know how things work. And as a student in engineering, you are spending 100% of your time being right and getting the answers right. Now the real world doesn't work that way, so you need to also I wish I would have spent more time in psychology and basically social skills and learning to work better with people. Because it doesn't really matter about being right, it matters about getting things done, and you need both. So, and again, overall as an engineer, we're striving to get the right answers, but the real world is not always about being right, so that's very important.